So today I'm going to be showing you basically the only way to play the game Red Dead Redemption 2 on an Apple Silicon Mac. So unfortunately there is no Mac port of the game and we can't run the Windows version through Parallels or Crossover the normal way we'd run these Windows titles. However, the game can be streamed using a service called Boosteroid. And of course this isn't exactly the same as running the game on your actual machine. All of the data is actually going to be streamed through the internet, through the cloud, and it's going to work a little bit like video streaming. All the graphics and data are being rendered on a remote server and we're just viewing it on our Mac screen. But the latency isn't actually too bad at all, as I'm going to show you today. It's actually extremely playable, especially if you live near one of Boosteroid's data centers. So today I'm going to show you how all of that works. We're going to be installing the native ARM Boostroid app for Apple Silicon Macs. We're going to be connecting it up with your Steam account. We're going to be loading up this free-to-play game and getting it working as well as possible on Apple Silicon hardware. So the first thing that we're going to do is to click the link at the top of the description. Every time that you sign up, I'm going to receive a small commission and you'd be helping to support this channel and the content that I create. So the first thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and sign up. So just click on the sign in button. And if you don't have an account already, then just click this button here, create an account. Then what we're going to do here is to type in our email address password. So once we've entered those details, we need to go into our email account and we need to click the link that's been emailed to us in order to activate our account. So just go ahead and sign back into your account. So one thing we should check before we actually pay any money is whether your internet connection is fast enough. And handily, once you've signed in, there's a new button on the top right here, which is basically a connection test button. So go ahead and press the start button here. This service is going to work best if you're located near to one of these data centers. For example, this part is North America. And a lot of the servers are also based in Western Europe as well. As long as you're near one of these servers, then you're going to have a decent connection. Here I'm showing getting 65 megabit, which is over the recommended 25. And my latency is 15 milliseconds, which is under the 20 millisecond recommendation. So my connection is good enough. However, if you're not getting a good signal, then I do recommend switching from Wi-Fi to Ethernet. So my MacBook is actually connected via Ethernet at the moment. So this is a USB-C to gigabit Ethernet hub, and I'm connected to my router via this cable. So this is going to be the best way to actually connect to your local internet. So once we're sure our internet is good enough, what we're going to do is to go back and press the subscribe and play button. So here you have a choice of the standard or the ultra edition. So the main difference is that the standard edition only goes up to 1080p 60 frames per second, but the ultra edition allows you to go up to 4K and 120 FPS and more. So personally, I recommend doing a standard edition 1 month just to try it out, but you will get significant savings if this is the right thing for you. If you actually sign up for a 12-month contract, this is going to be substantially less. So what I want to do is go ahead and press the subscribe button. And then all you need to do is to accept the terms and conditions and then enter your credit card details and then make a payment. Another thing that you should probably do as well is to go into your account details and then go ahead and synchronize your Steam account. So here under Steam, we're going to press the connect button here, and we need to go ahead and sign into our Steam account in order for these two things to link up. So here I'm going to do is press the sign in button here. And now all of these games are now synchronized to the Boosteroid account, and many of those games can now be played through Boostroid through cloud streaming. So once you've actually signed up, it's time to actually download the Boosteroid software. So this is going to make it substantially easier to use rather than trying to log in through your web browser. So here at the top, there's an option here, Boosteroid on your device. If you click on this link, it's going to take us to the download Boosteroid page. I will also leave a link to this in the description as well. And since we're running this on an Apple Silicon Mac, we want the native ARM version of the client software. So just go ahead and click on this button, download for macOS M1, M2, or of course M3 as well, and then click save. Then we're going to go ahead and open up Finder and then go to our downloads folder. And then we're going to find Boosteroid install ARM64, double click on this. And then we're going to drag and drop Boosteroid into our applications folder. So within applications, we're going to scroll down until we find our Boosteroid app, which we're going to find here, and then double click. Here it's saying it's an app downloaded from the internet. Are you sure we want to open it? Press open. So here it's asking us to give permission for Boosteroid to accept keystrokes. Press this button, open system settings. Then under privacy and security and under input monitoring, we're actually going to toggle and allow Boosteroid to accept those keystrokes. Then go ahead and type in your password. Here we're going to press quit and reopen. That's going to go ahead and reopen Boosteroid. If Boosteroid doesn't reopen, just click on Boosteroid again to let it up. So now all we need to do is to go ahead and log into the account that we created and subscribe to. So here's asking us whether we want to share app crash log reports, click allow. And then here we have the change log, press OK. And now we're basically ready to go. So now we're logged into Boosteroid. What we're going to do is do a search for Red Dead Redemption 2, and there are actually 3 options that we can run this through. We can play the Steam version, the Rockstar launcher version or the Epic Games version. So that's going to go through their launcher instead. But today we are going to be testing out the Steam version, which we have associated with our Steam account. So when you're ready, just go ahead and press install and play, and then this game is going to launch. So here it's saying game installation, but it's just downloading to the actual server, not to your local computer. So don't worry about that. Here we're just going to agree to the end user licensing agreement, press accept. And you can see here, this is Steam being streamed through the app, and it's updating Red Dead Redemption 2. So that's just launching and connecting to the Rockstar Games launcher, which you still have to launch even though this is part of Steam. To make sure that you log into your Rockstar Games launcher account, if you don't have one, you can also create one here as well. So here we're just going to do an email verification, just check your email account. Here we're going to enable cloud saves. Now the game is loading up. Here we're going to accept the brightness, subtitles on. So now the Red Dead Redemption 2 menu has come up. So here I've got my DualSense controller paired to the Mac, and we're able to use it here with Red Dead Redemption 2. So I can control the horse with my analog stick here, and it doesn't feel too bad. It feels like a local game. So I'm just going to do a quick latency test with my controller. So aim down sights, pull the trigger, and you can see here the latency isn't too bad. Not quite local speed, but good enough. So as you can see, Boosteroid does run pretty well on a Mac as long as you have a good internet connection, and you can get all of these very decent games running on your Apple Silicon hardware. If you have any other games which you think run well through Boosteroid, then please make sure to leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.